We'll start today by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. Be sure to pull the flesh away from the sit bones so that you're starting with a stable foundation. Bring the navel in towards your spine and allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky. Bring your shoulder blades together and down your back and place your hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Start to become aware of your breath and allow that breath to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bring the breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as the exhale. With each inhale, allow that spine to grow tall. And then as you exhale, keep the length in the spine, but just begin to allow the body to soften. So relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Let those knees just gravitate towards the earth. As you sit and breathe, I want you to think of something that you're grateful for in this moment. And then bring the hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We'll breathe together 3 times, and on the third exhale, share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And for the third time together, inhale. Om. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. Welcome. So today's class, we thought about something that we're grateful for, and we're going to go through our practice today, take Shavasana, and then we'll come out of Shavasana to do a meditation on gratitude. So just bring your arms by your sides. On the inhale, arms sweep out to the sides, up overhead, palms come together to touch. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Continue moving with your breath here. One more time. Bring your left hand by your side. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. The right fingertips reach towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to tip to the left. Bow out the right ribs. Slowly bring yourself back up, placing the right hand by your side. On the inhale, the spine lengthens. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to tip to the right. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place the left hand behind the left hip. Right hand comes to the top of that left knee. Root down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist to the left. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, come back to center. Place that right hand behind the right hip, left hand on top of the right knee. Root down through your sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, twist to the right. Slowly come back to center. As you inhale, arms sweep up. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. If you feel that your back wants to start rounding, just bring your hands down to the ground. And then as you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, maybe you can hinge a little bit forward, a little further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Slowly bring yourself back up and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. A simple tabletop pose. Make sure those fingers are spread nice and wide and you're pressing down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palms. That just helps to keep the weight out of the wrists. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, shift the hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, come up, all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, up, all fours. No need to rush, we're just warming up our body. The next time you come to all fours, pause there. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, round the spine towards the sky. And then as you inhale, the belly draws down towards the mat as the bottom and the head reach towards the sky. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, belly draws down. Bring yourself back to a neutral neck, neutral spine. Take your hands forward about 1 hand length and then begin to shift the hips back as you lower your forearms towards the mat. Lower the chin and breathe. Bring yourself back up, coming back to all fours. We'll begin to move into downward facing dog. So from all fours, curl your toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. The knees lift as you press back, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So here we want our hips to point to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Relax the head and neck and focus on your breath. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours. Curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards the heels. Knees lift as you press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, take your right hand halfway between your left hand and left foot. Gaze out under the left armpit. And if it's okay for you, you can take the right hand and grasp the left ankle. Extend that right arm nice and long. Next, take that left hand halfway between the right hand and right foot, twisting to the right as you gaze out under that right armpit. If it's okay for you, you can take the left hand and grasp the right ankle. Extend that left arm out to meet the right. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come up all fours, and once again, we'll shift back to downward facing dog. I feel a sneeze coming on. Maybe not. Sweep that right leg out behind you. Bend the right knee. And then you're just going to let the right heel cross over the back of the body towards your left hip. So you're just opening up the hips here. Come back to center, lower that right foot. Next, the left leg sweeps out behind you, bend the knee, and just let that left heel cross the back of the body, and it finds its way towards the right hip. Bring that leg back to downward facing dog. Start to bend the knees. Go back down into child's pose. And then as you inhale, come up all fours. Step that right foot forward between the hands. I'm just going to fix my microphone here. There we go. On the inhale, arms sweep up as those hips lower towards the mat. Keep the navel drawn in here for a crescent lunge. Curl the toes under on the left foot. Extend through the heel. The left knee floats up off of the mat. Lower your hands, one on either side of your right foot. Step back, we come to plank. And you could have those knees up or down. Lower the knees, shift back to child's pose. Inhale, come up all fours. Step the right foot forward, or the opposite foot that you just did. So the left foot. There we go. As you inhale, arms sweep up, hips lower towards the mat. Keep that navel drawn in here. Curl the toes under on the right foot. Extend through the heel, the knee floats up. Focus on your breath. Lower the hands, one on either side of the left foot. Step back to plank, knees up or down. Shift back, downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg out behind you. Step it forward between the hands. We're going to keep the heel up on the left foot unless you'd like to lower it as a modification. Arms sweep up for our high lunge. So we're lifting the back of that left leg towards the sky, focusing on the breath. Navel draws in. As you exhale, fold forward. Step back to plank. So if your knees are up, you're going to float forward to the tops of the toes and then begin to bend those elbows towards the space behind you as you slowly lower for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Step that left foot forward between the hands. On the inhale, arms sweep up to a high lunge. The back of the right thigh reaching towards the sky. Fingertips reaching towards the sky. As you exhale, lower the hands, one on either side of that left foot. Step back to plank. You can have those knees up or down. Inner elbows are looking at the space in front of you, and then start to bend the elbows towards the space behind you as you slowly lower for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose. Curl the toes under, shift back, down dog. Start to walk the feet forward towards the hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. You can even grasp opposite elbows here and just let the body sway naturally. Release the arms. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet, coming up to standing. We're going to move through Sun Salutation A. So from Tadasana, mountain pose, inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, fold forward, hinging from those hips. Fingertips come down to the mat. As you inhale, come halfway up. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back, followed by the left, coming to plank. And you can absolutely lower the knees here, if you'd like. Inner elbows look at the space in front of you. As you exhale, slowly lower down for chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to cobra pose. Curl your toes under. Shift back. Down dog. Step the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through those feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Hug those elbows in. Slowly lower down. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under. Shift back and rest. So here, you can take down dog or child's pose. Come back to the balanced breath. And revisit that thing that you thought of at the beginning of class that you're grateful for. Begin to walk those feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward, step back to plank. Hug the elbows in. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Sweep the chest through the arms, rising to Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under. Shift back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the feet forward. Press down through the feet. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. As you inhale, bring yourself up halfway. As you exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Remember, knees can be up or down. Slowly lower. Chaturanga. Sweep that chest through the arms, rising to cobra. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Curl those toes under. Shift back and rest. Come back to the balanced breath. Start to walk the feet forward, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck. Bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet. Come back up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring the hands together at the heart. We're going to start to squat down, and if your knees don't allow you to do that slowly, just come down to your mat. So we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. And then start to bend your knees slowly, keeping the chest away from the thighs. We're just going all the way down. Ooh, my knee doesn't like that today so much. Every day is different. There we go. A year ago, I could never have done that because of my knees, but they've gotten so much better. It's amazing. So we come to this little squat here. I'm going to turn around. So what you're going to do is just take your knees out like a V and then bring your elbows between those knees. So you're pressing your elbows into the knees as you press the knees into the elbows. And breathe. Place the hands on the mat. And we're going to step the feet back to downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands. Relax the head and neck here. You can grasp opposite elbows. Your head is really heavy. Allow the head to just relax and create a deeper forward bend naturally. Place the hands on the hips. Press down through the feet, coming up to standing. So we're going to work a little bit on balance. Come to Tadasana and then bring the hands together at the heart. Shift your weight over to your right foot. Your left foot becomes light. You can press that foot against the ankle, calf, or upper inner thigh. Just skip your knee. Push your foot into your leg. Push your leg into your foot. Keep the navel drawn in, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Find your drishti, your gazing point. It can be something on the horizon. It could be something on the floor, something not moving. And just allow your gaze to become soft. I always liken this to, it's almost like putting blinders on. We're tuning out any of the distractions in the periphery. Turn your left knee to face the front of the room. I'm going to actually turn so you can see me. Sorry about that. Lower your left hand and see if you can grasp the top of the foot. You'll begin to hinge forward at the hips, lifting that left thigh from the ground and pressing the foot into the hand. Slowly bring yourself back up. Lower the left foot. You can shake the legs out here a little bit, and then we'll do the other side. So we're going to do the other side, whichever side that is for you. So shift the weight over to your left foot. The right foot becomes light. You can press that foot against your ankle, your calf, or the upper inner thigh. Press the foot into the leg. Press the leg into the foot. Focus on the breath. I don't remember, did we lift the arms the last time? I'm sorry if I missed that. Navel draws in. Breathe here. Bring your hands back together down in front of your heart. So now you're going to turn the right knee to face front. Lower the right hand, see if you can grasp the foot. Then we'll draw the knee to look towards the floor. Begin to hinge forward at the hips, lifting your right thigh away from the mat as you press the foot into the hand. Slowly bring yourself back up. You can lower the right foot, shake out those legs. Come up onto the balls of the feet. Keep that chest away from the thighs as we slowly start to bend those knees. We're coming back to that squat. We move slow. We back off if there's pain. And then bring those knees out like a V. Bring those elbows to the inside of the knees. Press the knees into the elbows. Press the elbows into the knees. So now we're going to bring our chest away from the thighs again. Bring the knees to face center. And you can lower your heels and come to seated. So we find ourselves in Dandasana, staff pose. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. We're starting out way up on our sit bones. And then just rock back a little bit to the fleshier part of the bottom. Lift the right leg, and you can have your hand under the calf, followed by the left leg. We don't want our spine to round here. Nice tall spine. If you'd like, you can extend the arms out nice and long. And if it's okay for you, you can even extend the legs. Focus on your breath. You may start shaking in this pose. It's okay. This is Navasana, boat pose. Bend the knees, place the feet on the ground, and give your knees a nice big hug. Once more, we're way up on our sit bones. Rock back just a little bit to the fleshier part of the bottom. Lift that left leg, followed by the right. Nice tall spine here. You can let go of the calves if you'd like, and you can straighten the legs if you'd like. Breathe. Slowly bend the knees and give those knees a nice hug. We're going to come to laying on our backs with the knees bent, soles of the feet flat on the floor. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the ground. Draw the pelvic floor up and the navel in. Engage both glutes, lift the hips. On the exhale, lower those hips. So you're moving with your breath here, lifting and lowering the hips. No need to rush. The next time you lift the hips, pause there. Engage your right glute. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Lower the left foot. Engage the left glute. Draw the right knee into the chest. Lower. See if you can do 3 more on each side. We're not rushing through it. We're moving mindfully. Keeping the hips lifted. When you finish, you can lower the feet, lower the hips, and hug those knees into the chest. Rock side to side here. Become still. You're going to keep your knees hugged in and bring the arms out like a T. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to tip the legs over to the left. So that left leg comes to the mat, right leg rests on top of it. Shoulders are rooted to the earth. Breath is balanced. Slowly draw the knees back up, and on the next exhale you can twist to the right. So those legs tip over to the right, shoulders rooted down. If your shoulder sort of dangles in space, bend your elbow and place the hand on the rib cage to protect the shoulder. Slowly draw the knees back up. So we're going to do that twist again, but we're going to add on to it. So take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to tip those legs over to the left. Then you're going to extend the legs long, so your body will be in an L shape. But notice how my top foot doesn't quite meet the bottom foot. That means my hips aren't really stacked. So I'm going to reach my right foot to stack it right on top of the left. That definitely causes my shoulder to pop up, so I'm just going to bend the elbow, place the hand on the rib cage. Start to bend those knees. Come back onto your back. On the next exhale, you'll twist to the right. So we'll tip those legs over to the right. And then I'm way too close to my wall. I'm just going to turn around real quick so I can show you. Still working out those kinks. We'll extend the legs, reaching the top foot to stack it right on top of the bottom foot. Breathing here. Start to bend those knees. Come back onto your back, and we're going to press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Begin to rotate your ankles. Reverse the direction of that ankle rotation. And become still. Next, you're going to point the toes and flex the feet. Point and flex. 2 more. Nice. Hug the knees in, and then we're going to rock ourselves back up to Dandasana, staff pose. So the legs come out nice and long. Hands rest by our sides. Bend the left knee. The sole of the foot comes to the mat. Take the left hand behind the left hip and wrap that right arm around the left knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to your left and breathe. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, come back to center. So we're going to let this left knee open up out to the left. You can use a strap if you have it. If not, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Relax the head and neck here. And then start to walk your hands up the leg, back towards your body. Extend the left leg long to meet the right, coming back to Dandasana. Bend the right knee. Sole of the foot comes to the mat. Take that right hand behind the right hip. Wrap the left arm around the knee. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, begin to twist to the right. Press down through the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, slowly come back to center. Let this right knee open up out to the right. Always adjusting your sit bones if needed. Remember, we always want to start with that solid foundation. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. And it's fine if you hinge and your hands come to your thigh, it's fine. If your hands come to the calf, it's fine. Or if they come to the foot. Slowly walk those hands back up the leg. Extend your right leg out to meet the left. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hinge forward. Start to walk the hands back up your body, or back up the legs towards the body. We're going to bend those knees and just slowly rock back onto our backs. Arms out like a T, soles at the feet look towards the sky. So we're going to do some leg lifts, and I'll give you two options. The first option is to lower the right leg until it's about 2 inches from the ground. Bring it back up, and then lower the left leg until it's about 2 inches away from the ground. Bring it back up. Or, so my feet are flexed, you'll start to crisscross those legs back and forth. Then you'll start to lower the legs as you crisscross. 2 inches away from the ground, start to come back up. So if you're doing these crisscrosses, let's go for 5. If you're doing alternates, 5 on each leg. When you finish, you can just hug the knees into your chest. Take your time. Once you hug the knees in, you can rock gently from side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the mat and bring the feet about as wide as your mat. Place your hands on your belly and just let the knees sway from side to side. Let those legs become still. Extend them out nice and long. We're going to begin to move into Shavasana, and then after Shavasana, we'll be doing our gratitude meditation. The gratitude meditation can be done laying down or seated, so I'll give you that option when we get there. So for now, we'll rest in Shavasana, so just get comfortable laying on your back. Shavasana is a yoga pose, so if laying on your back isn't comfortable, you can modify it. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and let your eyes just rest in their sockets. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen the breath, becoming aware of the room once again and becoming aware of your body. You can start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn that head gently from side to side. If you'd prefer to stay laying down for our gratitude meditation, please do. If you'd prefer to be seated, you can go ahead and roll over to the right side in the fetal position, and we'll stay there for just a few breaths. And then keeping those eyes closed, if you'd like, you can bring yourself up to that comfortable seated position. So for those laying down, just stay comfortable. If you are seated, you can use a wall behind you or not. Either way is fine. We're going to practice a guided gratitude meditation. This meditation can be done seated or laying down. And if you'd like to be seated up against the wall, that's fine as well. So this meditation actually comes from Dr. Kathy Kemper at the Ohio State University's Center for Integrative Health and Wellness. Gratitude practice can be used to promote a positive mood, hope, and resilience. As we experience positive emotions such as gratitude, loving kindness, and compassion, our awareness broadens and our creativity and problem-solving capacities blossom, and we become more effective in whatever we choose to do. So just allow your eyes to gently close, or you can maintain a soft focus on your drishti. Breathe deeply and slowly to bring yourself to the present moment and begin the process of feeling more peaceful and centered. Breathe into the belly so it expands as you breathe and gets smaller as you breathe out. So take a minute or two now to mentally scan your body for any areas where there may be tightness, tension, or soreness. And breathe your warm, oxygen-filled breath into those areas. As you exhale, let the tension release, breathing it out. Now, notice any worries, fear, anger, irritation, jealousy, or judgment. Just breathe into those emotions, noting them, and allowing them to flow out as you breathe out. Another breath into any uncomfortable emotions, and breathing out, releasing them. Now any thoughts of memories, plans, associations, anything other than being here, breathing. Just breathe into those thoughts. And as you breathe out, allow the thoughts to flow out with the breath. Now that our bodies, emotions, and thoughts are a little clearer, a bit more spacious and open, we can begin to focus on the events, experiences, people, pets, or possessions for which we feel grateful. First, realize that if you're here now, listening to this, you have already received many marvelous gifts. The gift of life itself, the most precious gift. Someone gave birth to you. Someone fed you as an infant, changed your diaper, clothed you, bathed you, taught you to speak and to understand. The gift of hearing, so you can hear and learn, whether it's the song of a bird, the notes of a band or orchestra, the songs of singing and voices, the sound of your own breath flowing in and flowing out. Not everyone has the gift of hearing. And if you're one of those people and are able to participate still, we can be thankful for the technology that we have to help people who are unable to hear. The gift of a heartbeat, steady, regular, moment after moment, pumping fresh, life-giving blood to all of your organs. Now think about all the things we have today that make our lives easier and more comfortable, much more comfortable than they were for our great-grandparents. We flip a switch and light appears. We turn a tap and clean, drinkable water flows. We adjust a thermostat and a room grows warmer or cooler. We have a roof to keep us dry when it rains, walls to keep out the cold wind, windows to let the light in, screens to keep out insects. We enter a vehicle and it takes us where we want to go. We have access to machines that wash our clothes, and we have clothes to wear, places to store them. There are machines that store our food at just the right temperature and help us cook it without us having to gather wood. We have indoor plumbing. We have public libraries that have thousands of books and recordings, free for anyone to borrow and read. We have public schools that can teach us to read and write, skills that were available to only the very few just a few hundred years ago. Now take a moment to reflect on all the thousands of people who have worked hard, some without knowing you at all, to make your life easier and more pleasant. Some who plant, grow, and harvest your food. Some who transport that food to the market. A team of people who make the roads and railways that make it easier to transport the food. Another team who maintain those vehicles, and drivers, loaders, unloaders. Those who take the time to design the store, the shelves, the packaging that keeps the food safe and allows you to find what you need. Postal service, someone who sorts the mail, others who deliver it. Those who maintain the servers so you can get and send email and access the internet. Those who design operations and systems for gathering, sorting, and disposing of trash and recycling. Those who gather news stories and photos, and those who create the many mechanisms by which the news can reach you. And those who play sports, create art or music, or plays or poems or films to entertain and uplift you. And most of these people are people you have never met or barely know. Now, consider the people and pets you know who enrich your life. Those who smile at you and cheer you on. Those family, friends, acquaintances, colleagues and peers. Those ancestors who worked so you could live well. Those friends who support you when you need a shoulder or a hand. Now take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful in this moment. There is so much to feel grateful for in this moment now. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds, uplifting our spirit. Notice the feeling of your body and breath in this place. Rest quietly, noticing how you feel throughout your body, emotions and thoughts compared with before you started. No judging, just noticing. Gently stretch your hands and arms, feet and legs. Start to turn the head side to side and open your eyes. Thank you for practicing this guided, heart-centered meditation to promote a sense of gratitude. So if you're still laying down, you can slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position and bring the hands together at the heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for sharing in this meditation on gratitude. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste. Thank you.